share your knowledge. Sorry, share. Oh no, this is okay. BRT promises, right? BRT promises quick rides, right? Is that it? So what is your homework again? Is a BRT promise quick rides, right? Okay. So work in your pairs. In your case, is the groups, right? Suppose your new bus system is called Bus Rapid Transit will be introduced to your city soon, and you want to write a short article about it. Discuss what points you wanted to include in your article and change the points into questions so that you can interview the authorities with them. Write down the points and questions below. So you're gonna, okay, I wanna have 3 groups, right, to share your answers, your discussions. Can I have it? Volunteer. I don't want to choose you, so I want to be the volunteer and share your ideas in your discussion. Can I have it? Okay, here.
The point number 1, because BRT's average speed is 30 to 40 kilometers an hour. Its high speed mainly because of priority in crossing and the way of sales outside of the BRT. And the question is how fast the BRT moves. The number 1 BRT is an environmental friendly traffic vehicle. It costs low energy and low emission. Question is how it benefits the environment. Number 3, applying the high-tech bus rapid transit, which seems to be as efficient as a subway, but at 5% the cost to build. It provides safe, efficient, and cheap mobility to millions of low-income consumers. Question is how BRT brings convenience to our lives.
Okay, thanks. This is well done. Any another one, please? Okay, here.
Point number 1. Definition. Question. What is the new system used for? Point number 2. Reasons. Why does the city need the new system? Number 3. Features. What are the features of the new system? Number 4. Benefit. How will the new system benefit the development of the city? Number 5. Implementation time. When will the new system be started?
Okay, well done too. One more? Just one more? Anyone? One more? Can I have one more? Do you want me to choose? Or you can be a volunteer? I always prefer a volunteer than if I have to choose. One more. Okay, here.
Operations, how is the system organized? What are the connections between this system and various aspects? Advantages, what are the differences and advantages from the previous bus systems? Problems, what are the shortcomings of this system? how should the bus system be optimized and developed after that?
Okay, thank you. Well done. Okay, now let me have your homeworks, everyone. Writing your names, okay? Anyone else here? Now I need to collect your homework. Anyone else? So, if I don't collect it now, you don't deliver it later. Do you understand? For example, sometimes I didn't do the homework. I'll be doing here in class, and then by the end of the class, I'll deliver to the teacher. No. If I don't get it now, you don't deliver it later. Do you understand? Yes? Do you understand? Yes or no? Yes. So I have in the other class, right? So the guy he didn't do the homework, and he was doing in class. And then by the end of the class, teacher, I forgot. Here's my homework. I said, no, I get only now. Do you understand? Yeah. Because I don't want you doing the homework in class. You have to do before class, right? Yeah. So I collect your homework now. In the break time, the end of the class, I will not collect anymore. You're going to get 0. Do you understand? Every class is going to be the same, okay? All right. So I finished collecting your homework. No more deliveries. All right. All right. So let's. So I noticed you guys did the homework very well, right? So what are the key points, right? How the system is going to benefit the city, is environmental friendly, right? About emissions, pollutions, right? So how much is going to be the cost? Is it the poor poor people, they will be able to use it? Is it affordable, right? Is how fast it is? They compare it to subway. So these are all good points, right? So if you're going to write an article about the bus system, you have to address some of these points, right? So some of you have different ideas. So now we're going to be watching this video, right? So this is going to be a person interviewing the company that's going to implement the bus system. And then it's going to be asking a few questions. Some of the same ideas that you have is going to be in this video. All right? So let's watch the video.
In just a few months, there will be a new way to get around the Twin Cities, and it should be about 20% faster than a bus.
Yeah, BRT service, or Bus Rapid Transit, will launch in late spring or early summer. But one of 10 new vehicles will hit the road a little early. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield was on board for a test route up Snelling Avenue. Shows us why riders may feel like they're on a train.
From the outside, you may not see much of a difference, but this 30-year veteran says it is one smooth ride.
At our garage, it's probably going to be going to the high seniority drivers because they're going to want to work it.
Neil Patriot, captain this BRT test route. Is Charles Carlson with Metro Transit narrated.
One of the ways we can speed up the service with BRT is that there's not compulsory stopping.
And aside from pickups, the only time this bus will even stop is if you press this button. The route goes down Snelling from the Rosedale Mall to the 46th Street light rail stop in Minneapolis. It is 20% faster than a bus. BRT signals to approaching traffic lights that it's coming. Loading and unloading is faster too, because of wider entryways, and there won't be that fumbling for change.
They've got to go through their purse or, get out their wallet or something like that. With this, there's none of that.
Because there will be pay-ahead stations, like the light rail. Also like the light rail, the seats are designed as train with the agility of a bus.
I think it'll make things a lot easier for the customers and a lot easier for the drivers also.
And as the man at the helm of this BRT goes full steam ahead, he asks that you slow down, to wait.
Oh, yes. It makes the job much more enjoyable when you do.
Well, it costs about $500,000 to build these vehicles. That's about 6 to 8% more than the cost of a standard bus. The next planned BRT route, that is going to be from the Brooklyn Center area on Penn Avenue. That's going to go all the way to downtown Minneapolis.
Now, we heard in your story, in your report, that they can signal with the BRT to the traffic light. Does that mean that the traffic light will then turn green automatically as it approaches? Or?
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing there. Not quite. That's how the light rail works. As it approaches, the train tells the light to turn. It turns right away. But the BRT, the bus is going to ask the light to turn green. So the light might not turn right away, but it's still supposed to say time.
Oh, interesting. All right. Thank you, Susan Elizabeth.
Hello there. My name is Jessica, and welcome to New York City.
In just a few months, there'll be a new way to get around the Twin Cities, and it should be.
Okay, so what are the items that you saw she's talking in the video? Can you list it, the items? Do you have that in your book? Let me see. Yes, you do have it. So what are the items? You do have that in your book, right? She's talking about speed. Do you remember how much faster it is? Do you remember? So she said how much faster the bus system it is, right? 20%. So schedule. She's talking about schedule, right? She's talking about the riders' feelings, right? So do you feel it's more comfortable? Do you feel it's kind of, well, they talk about the seat, right? The structure of the seat. So what else? They're talking about the snooping, route, interactive with the light, fares, seats, cost, next route, right? So these are the topics. Well, now we're going to be watching again and try to complete, right, the details here, as we do in all the classes, right? So let's try to do it. I will stop the video and then I ask, oh, what's the detail, right? So this is the task number 3.
In just a few months, there'll be a new way to get around the Twin Cities, and it should be about 20% faster than a bus.
Yeah, BRT.
Okay, so what's the detail there? How many percent? 20% faster than a normal bus.
Service or bus rapid transit will launch in late spring or early summer. But one of 10 new vehicles will hit the road a little early. Susan?
So, schedule, launch in late spring or early summer, right? So what's the percent of new vehicles being installed, tested?
In just a few months, there'll be a new way to get around the Twin Cities, and it should be about 20% faster than a bus.
Yeah, BRT service or bus rapid transit will launch in late spring or early summer. But one of 10 new vehicles will hit the road a little early. Susan?
So how much percent new vehicle will be tested, will be tested? 10%, right? 1 out of 10 is 10%, right? Okay, 10.
Elizabeth Littlefield was on board for a test route up Snelling Avenue. Shows us why riders may feel like they're on a train.
So like riding a train. Almost the same as riding a train.
From the outside, you may not see much of a difference, but this 30-year veteran says it is one smooth ride.
What kind of ride it is? A smooth ride, yes.
At our garage, it's probably going to be going to the high seniority drivers because they're going to want to work it.
Deal Patriot, Captain, this BRT test route
Heavier footprint.
is Charles Carlson with Metro Transit narrated.
One of the ways we can is that there's not compulsory stopping.
And
So no compulsory stopping. It means that they don't have to stop. If nobody wants to get down or nobody wants to step in, there's no need to stop. There are some transit systems, they have to stop it. Anyway, it doesn't matter if somebody has to go in or get out, right? But if in this case here, they don't have to stop if nobody wants to get in or get out. So no compulsory stopping.
aside from pickups,
The only time this bus will even stop is if you press this button.
Okay, press a button, right, to request a stop.
the route goes down Snell from the Rosedale Mall to the 46th Street left.
Okay, down Snelling Avenue from Rosendale. Rosendale what?
The route goes down Snell from the Rosedale Mall to the 46th
Mall, yes, a shopping mall. She just said mall. Mall of the 46th Street.
Street light rail stop in Minneapolis.
Okay.
The route goes down Snell from the Rosedale Mall to the 46th Street light rail stop in Minneapolis.
Okay, for the 46th Street. I heard somebody. What's that? Light rail stop in Minneapolis. This is the name of the stop, right? Light rail stop in Minneapolis.
Is 20% faster than a bus. BRT signals to approaching traffic lights that it
So the BRT signals to approaching traffic lights.
it's coming. Loading and unloading is faster too, because wider entryways, and there won't be that fumbling for change.
They've got to go through their purse or, get out their wallet or something like that. With this, there's none of that.
Because there will be pay-ahead stations, like the light.
Okay, something stations. Yes, pay ahead, right? Pay ahead is, for example, if the driver has to collect the money, it's going to be a lot of time consuming, right? This is why the system is faster, because you pay even before you go into the bus, right? So when the bus arrives, there's no time dealing with money or changing whatever, right? So this is why it's fast. Pay ahead station.
Rail. Also like the light rail, the seats are designed of steel.
The seats are designed of steel. Yes. Do you see the steel bars here, right?
The structure of the train with the agility of a bus.
I think it'll make things a lot easier for the customers and a lot easier for the drivers also.
And as the man at the helm of this BRT goes full steam ahead, he asks that you slow down to wait.
Oh, yes. It makes the job much more enjoyable when you do.
Well, it costs about $500,000 to build these vehicles up in
So how much does it cost? 500,000, half of a million, right? Half of a million, 500,000.
about 6 to 8% more than the cost of the standard bus.
So about how much more, right? So about, what's the percentage?
Dollars to build these vehicles, that's about 6 to 8% more than the cost.
6 to 8% more than a standard bus. So it's a little bit more expensive.
The standard bus. The next planned BRT route, that is going to be from the Brooklyn Center area on Penn Avenue. That's going to go all the way to downtown Minneapolis.
So from Brooklyn Center to what? Minneapolis.
Penn Avenue, that's going to go all the way to downtown Minneapolis. Now we heard.
Downtown Minneapolis. Okay, this is the end of the task number 4. Okay, let's try to do this is number 3, sorry. So let's try to do now number 4. Watch parts 1 minutes to 2 minutes and note down the following ideas are explained. Okay, 1 minute. 107.
Approaching traffic lights that it's coming. Loading and unloading is faster too, because of wider entryways. And there won't be that fumbling for change.
They've got to go through their purse or, get out their wallet or something like that. With this, there's none of that.
Because there will be pay-ahead stations, like the light rail. Also like the light rail, the seats are designed of steel. Approaching traffic lights that it's coming. Loading and unloading is faster too, because of wider entryways. And there won't be that fumbling for change.
They've got to go through their purse. So.
Okay, did you hear the expression fumbling for change? So does anyone care to explain what does it mean, fumbling for change? Do you want to listen again? What is a fumbling for change? So for example, this task here is about explaining some of the expressions, right? So number one, there won't be fumbling for change. So what it is fumbling for change? So he's explained that already, right, in the video.
Approaching traffic lights that it's coming. Loading and unloading is faster too, because of wider entryways. And there won't be that fumbling for change.
They've got to go through their purse or, get out their wallet or something like that. With this, there's none of that.
Because there will be pay-ahead stations, like the light rail. Also.
Okay, so what is fumbling for change? He's talking about what? The payment system, right? So when you have to pay in cash, you need to get your wallet. Oh, I don't have money here. I don't have the exact amount. And then the driver has to give you exchange back, right? So this is time consuming, right? Fumbling for change is exactly that process, right? The payment process. Oh, I have 100 yuan, but the fare is 355. Oh, do you have a change? Do you have a smaller bill? Because I don't have exchange to give you, right? So there's always this kind of problem. This is fumbling for change. So now they have a pay ahead station. You pay ahead, right? So you don't have to be there in this fumbling for change. Okay? For example, here in China it's very easy, right? You take your WeChat, scan the QR code. You don't have fumbling for change for a long time here, right? Because of the system that we use here, right? So I'm not using money since I came here in China. This is very convenient. This is what they're doing there. There are some places in the world they still use cash, and there's always this kind of problems, right? Fumbling for change. This is number one. Number two, it cost about 500 to build these vehicles. Let's see here.
Like the light rail, the seats are designed of steel. It's the structure of a train with the agility of a bus.
I think it'll make things a lot easier for the customers and a lot easier for the drivers also.
And as the man at the helm of this BRT goes full steam ahead, he asks that you slow down, to wait.
Oh yes, it makes the job much more enjoyable when you do.
Well, it costs about $500,000 to build these vehicles. That's about 6 to 8% more than the cost of the standard bus. The next planned BRT route, that is going to be from the Brooklyn Center area on Penn Avenue. That's going to go all the way to downtown Minneapolis.
Now, we heard in your story, in your report, that they can signal the BRT to the traffic light. Does that mean that
to build these vehicles, that's about 6 to 8% more than the cost of the standard bus. The next planned BRT route, that is.
For example, now is the cost about 500,000 to build these vehicles, right? So, are they giving some justifications? Because, for example, it costs more than a normal bus, right? So, what are the justifications to have those buses? Because we are always trying to get it cheaper, more efficient, right? But this one is more expensive. So how do they justify to have something more expensive? For example, this whole article, don't think about what she's saying, right? The whole interview that is justifying to have something more expensive. You gonna try to say something?
No.
No, I thought you were trying to say something. For example, they're putting a bus that is a little bit more expensive than the normal bus. But why is that? Huh? For example, costing more is worse, right? But are there other several things that was better? So what the other things that was better? Huh? Fumbling for change is one of them, right? So you don't have fumbling for change, it makes the system faster. This is better, right? So this is why, okay, we have a bus a little bit more expensive, but the system is better because it's faster, right? We don't fumbling for change. What else is better? Huh? Did you hear anything else that justify putting a system that is a little bit more expensive? Look at the key points, right? Speed is faster. Schedule, right? No, the schedule is for launching, right? Riders feeling, right? So there's a very cozy, comfortable. They stop less, right? Fare is kind of okay. Seats, cost. So those few things that they talk about it justify to put a little bit more expensive, but it's faster, right? So only faster might be enough to put it more expensive. All right, so the next idea is that's a little bit confusing. So what it is a little bit confusing? Let's see.
From the Brooklyn Center area on Penn Avenue, that's going to go all the way to downtown Minneapolis.
Now, we heard in your story, in your report, that they can signal the BRT to the traffic light. Does that mean that the traffic light will then turn green automatically as it approaches? Or?
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing there. Not quite. That's how the light rail works. As it approaches, the train tells the light to turn. It turns right away. But the BRT, the bus is going to ask the light to turn green. So the light might not turn right away, but it's still supposed to stay turn.
Okay, what it is a little bit confusing? So what it is confusing?
Avenue that's going to go all the way to downtown Minneapolis.
Now, we heard in your story, in your report, that they can signal the BRT to the traffic light. Does that mean that the traffic light will then turn green automatically as it approaches? Or?
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing there.
So what it is confusing? Huh? The traffic light? Okay, what it is confusing about the traffic light? For example, we are doing kind of the exercise of just completing the sentence is easier than this one, because this one requires you to think about it, what's going on, and try to explain, right? You have the capacity to formulate an argument. This is the main purpose of this class, right? To give you enough capacity to argue with someone. Not just finding one word in the sentence, right? This is part of the process. But this is a little bit harder than just finding one word in the middle of the sentence, right? So what's the problem, right? So when they're comparing the bus system with the train system. The train system, when the train is going, they signal the light becomes green. So the train does not have to stop, right? So the bus system is a little bit different. They do have this, they do signal the green light, but the light, what's the problem? In the train system, the light turns green. But the bus system, not always, right? So it means what? This is what is confusing. Because in the train system, the light becomes green. So the train doesn't have to stop it. But in the bus system, if the traffic conditions allow it, it will turn green, but not always, right? So it might save time, but it's not like the train. This is what she explained. This is why it's confusing, because she said, well, the bus system do have this signaling the light same way as the train, because the train, the signal the light turns green, it's mandatory. The lights will turn green for the train, but not necessarily for the bus. But they still save time. So it works in between, right? Do you understand? This is what she is explaining, because she didn't understand. Oh, they have that signal, right, to the light, but it doesn't work like the train. No, it's not like the train, but it does make the system better, faster. But it's not like the train. The train is the 100%, right? All right, so this is what's confusing. But I want you, when I give you a question like this, try to do it. Try to answer me, right? If you try to answer, this is your brain, like trying to formulate an argument. You need to do more of this kind of exercises. For example, when you're in your class homework doing the discussion, right? That's the purpose, right? Try to find an argument. Try to speak in English. I'm afraid that some of you are doing the homework in Chinese. I know it's much easier to do in Chinese. I will be tempted to do. I remember when I was learning English, I would be tempted to go back to my native language. But remember, if you don't try to do it in the language that you're studying, you're never going to be good in English. All right. Is there any other here? No. Okay, we finish. So let's go over before the break. What time is it now? Okay, almost break time. All right, so let's do these words here, the vocabulary, the language notes, and then we go for the break. So the first one is twin cities. A major metropolitan area in the state of Minnesota, known as the Twin Cities after the two largest cities, Minneapolis, the city with the largest population in the states, and the St. Paul, the state capital. So in many places we hear this term, right? For example, in my city, hometown, called Londrina, we do have a twin city in Japan. Can you believe it? Because when Japanese immigrated to Brazil more than 100 years ago, they settled very close to Londrina. So in my city, there's a lot of descendants from the Japanese people. For example, in my university class, half of the students are descendants from Japanese people. So, and because there's a lot of Japanese in the region that I live in Brazil, they kind of set up a twin city in Japan. So they have a special agreement for people from Londrina or in that city in Japan. So they also have this same kind of thing here in this article, right? Those twin cities in United States. It does not necessarily have to be in one country or another country. Those twin cities are both in the United States in this situation here. But twin cities, they have something like this, right? Major, okay? All right, next one. Seniority. Precedent of position, especially precedence over others in the same rank by reason of the longer span of service. For example, we do have seniority in many situations. For example, people who are older, we do give preference for them when they're having line, in the bank line. Oh, please come in front of me, right? Because you're older, right? Or maybe in this case here, this guy's being in a service longer. He has more experience. He knows how it works, right? So we give some preferences for people who have more knowledge. In this case here, they're talking about this guy has a lot of experience, right? Seniority. So precedence of position. So we give them preference, right? This means seniority. So precedence of position, especially prevalence over others in the same rank. Okay, word number 3. Agility. The ability of moving quickly and easily or faster, right? Agility. agile. Next one, helm. Ship, especially the tiller of wheel. Steering gear of a ship, especially the tiller of a wheel. And the last one, full steam ahead, doing something with as much energy as effort as possible. So full steam ahead. Usually this expression comes from the train, right? The train usually puts some coal, right? Make it hotter, make it goes faster, right? Those old machines, right? They move with coal, not like electricity. We have trains that move by electricity today. So steam comes from the pressure, right? So put more fire, the fire make it hotter make the water boil, right? And make steam, right? So do you have a cooking? For example, when you're cooking under the steam pressure means what? You put a cover in the pan, right? So you don't let the pressure out, so it cooks faster. So this is the steam. Full ahead steam is putting all the energy to make it full ahead. So it goes faster, right? It goes less timing. Okay, do you have any questions about the vocabulary? All right, was a nice chapter here. So let's go over the break, and then when we come back, we do another one. Okay, it's already 10:53. I'll mark here 10 minutes. I didn't hear the sign, the bell. Did they go ahead already? No? So what time is the break? 11? Okay, let's do it now, 10 minutes. I'll mark here 10 minutes, okay? Let's do it now, break. All right. Okay, if you need to go to the restaurant or whatever, go ahead.
Hello there. My name is Jessica and welcome.
Okay, 10 minutes. So I'm following my own schedule, right? So let's go back and try to do this one now. All right, so we're gonna be starting this new topic here, riding the subway in New York. So I want to give you a few minutes so you can do task number 1 before you watch the video. So work in pairs, talk to your classmate about, share your knowledge on how to ride the subway. So we do have subway in the city, right? So maybe you have some experience. So share your knowledge of how to ride the subway in your city or in any city with the subway system. Write it down, some questions that the new passenger may have, then answer the question with what you know. For example, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're not from here, right? You're living here right now because you're a student. Maybe in your city you didn't have subway. Maybe you came here, you didn't know how to use it. Remember those times, right? So what a new person needs to know, what would be the difficulty of being a system that they never used it before. And then with your knowledge, try to answer. So talk to your partner, have some ideas, and then I will ask you, what did you come up with? Okay, I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes. 3 minutes, okay? Okay, 3 minutes. And then I will wanna ask you, right? So write it down so you can share. All right, so what are your ideas? Anyone? Okay, you're still doing? Okay, let's stop for now. Let's share before you watch the video. So what are your first idea there?
Maybe you don't know the specific subway to take.
Okay, yes.
And the answer is we can search in some app. It will show the specific subway, and we can search for
Yeah, that's good. Okay, okay. For example, you don't know what you need to see in the app where you're going. Okay, what else did you come up with? Anyone here? So what's your idea? Okay, departure time and stop. Okay, one more. Can you share yours?
Route on the map. When enter the subway station, pay attention to the road scheme and the route direction of travel. The problem is that there are too many people and they may be not able to get on the bus, but safety is the most important.
Okay, so I heard a few of your ideas. So let me tell you, this is our nice ideas. So when I came here, my main problem is that I don't speak Chinese, right? I look at the map. The map is very useful for me. But for example, I need to know what's the station I need to go, right? And then as soon as I find in the map, things will be easier because I know I need to go to this place here. Maybe I need to change the car, right, for another route. So the map is very useful. But my problem is all the time when I go there, okay, what side of the train what side, right? Because if I get one side, I'll go to the opposite direction. If I get to the right side, I'll go to the right direction. So somebody here said about the timing, right? Timing is not important because there's trains all the time. But I got, for example, when I came back from Brazil, I didn't know the subway closes about 10. There's no train here at 10 o'clock. I arrived there in the subway 9:15, and this was about the last train. So they said, oh, the subway is closed. You cannot go by subway. So I need to take a taxi because the subway was closed already. So I didn't know that. So time is also very useful, right? If I knew the subway would be closed, I would, I don't know, I didn't have I wouldn't waste my time going to the subway, right? All right, so let's watch the video and then she's gonna explain about several topics. So while you're watching, you're gonna do task number 4, right? Watch the video about riding the subway in the city of New York and note down the key points. So just write it down. Oh, she's talking about time. She's talking about routes. She's talking about, okay? Note it down the key points. Okay, let's watch the video.
New York City. Today we'll be showing you how to navigate. Oh, hello there. My name is Jessica and welcome to New York City. Today we'll be showing you how to navigate and ride the subway. While it may seem a bit confusing at first, knowing a few simple things can help you navigate the subway like a pro. Every subway station can be identified by a green or red globe or an M outside the entrance of the station. Green globes are there to identify a 24-hour entrance, while red globes indicate part-time entrances or exits only. Directions to the 24-hour stations are posted outside every staircase with a red globe. Right behind me is the entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall station. The signs list which trains stop at this station. At this station, we have the 4, 5, 6, J, and Z trains. This entrance does not indicate a direction, meaning that we can board the train heading both north and south. Some station entrances will say either uptown or downtown. Going north in Manhattan is what we call heading uptown, and going south in Manhattan is called heading downtown. If a line crosses into another borough, such as the Bronx, Brooklyn, or Queens, it will be noted on the sign. There are several different subway lines in New York City. They're identified by both letters and numbers. Some run express, which means that they skip stations, while others run local, stopping at every station along the line. You can identify which lines stop where by looking at the subway map. Express stops are white dots, and local stops are black dots. The lines that stop there on weekdays are printed next to the station. The lines may change during weekends and late nights, so be sure to read the signs on the platform and consult the subway map to avoid any confusion. Train lines with the same color generally run in the same direction in Midtown and downtown Manhattan. They branch off as they head uptown and into the other boroughs. All right, now that we know a bit about the subway and how to find it, let's head down into the station. The method of fare payment in the subway is the MetroCard, like so. In order to access the subway system, you will need to purchase a MetroCard. The price per trip is $2.50 plus $1 to buy a new card. To purchase a card, you can either go to the booth itself or use a machine right here.
To start your purchase, tap Start and then choose which language you would prefer. Here you can choose a fast $9 MetroCard, a regular MetroCard, or a single ride. We'll choose a regular MetroCard. You can refill your existing card, get info on a card, but we're going to get a new card. Here you'll have the option for unlimited ride or regular MetroCard. On this screen, you can select pre-selected prices or other amounts, which is what we'll choose. So 2 rides on the subway will cost $5 plus a $1 new card fee added on later. Here you can select your method of payment and we'll choose cash. When paying with cash, you can insert coins here and cash here. When paying with debit or credit, you can swipe your card here and input your PIN right here. Your new MetroCard will come out right here, and your receipt down here.
When paying per ride with the MetroCard, you'll be able to pass the card back to any family and friends that want to use it. You can also buy an unlimited ride MetroCard for either 7 or 30 days. However, this card does not allow cashback. On every platform, there are signs that indicate which trains use which tracks. Be sure to read the signs so that you don't get on the wrong train. Once the train arrives, stand out of the way so people can get off, then proceed into the car. Move inward so that people behind you can get on as well. In every subway car, there are maps of the system, as well as a digital or printed diagram indicating every stop along the line. Be sure to listen to announcements and don't hesitate to ask someone if you have any questions. We like to help tourists out. You can also ask the conductor, who will be in the middle car of every train. When traveling late nights, this is the safest car to be in. Alright, we've arrived at our destination. This is the Bowling Green Station, located in Lower Manhattan. Both the 4 and 5 trains stop here. Near the exit of every station is a local map of the area. On this map, we have some great attractions such as the Statue of Liberty and Staten Island Ferry, as well as Battery Park and the 9/11 Memorial. Nearby subway stations are also listed along the map, so be sure to check this out before you leave. And that's how you ride the subway. Be sure to check out www.mta.info for any last-minute service changes. And check out smartphone apps such as Embark NYC and HotStop that will have maps and service info right to your phone. You can also pick up a paper subway map at any token booth. See you next time. Hello there.
So this is a long video, right? So what are the key points that you noted down for test number? I didn't watch this one. Usually the day before, like yesterday, I watched the video that I'm gonna be teaching, right? I watched the other one, but this one I didn't. So the other one's kind of a short topic, right? So we finished. Now we're starting this new topic. So I didn't watch. This is my first time watching. So I'll be the same level as you, right? I didn't watch it before. So what are the topics that you noted down? Anyone? I didn't say that you have to note all the topics, but did you notice what she was explaining about? She talks about what? Huh? Anyone? Did you note it down a few things? For example, she was talking about the map, right? Explaining the map. For example, the map during the day, the station stops during the day might be different than during the night. Did you get that? Okay, what else? Huh? I didn't write anything down, right? I remember this. So, what do you remember? What's some things that she was explaining about the subway? Huh? Yes, she's talking about the green stations and the other ones, right? They are different. Sometimes, for example, during the night, right? So you can get a train in downtown, but you cannot get in the... Huh? Huh? So if you want to say something, I always give you a preference for you. Because if you're not saying anything, then I'll say something. For example, there are some stations that you can get in 24 hours every day, right? But during the night, there are some stations far away that you cannot get in. There are only exits, right? You cannot get in, only exits. She was explaining about this one too. What else? Huh?
Identify subway lines.
Identifying subway lines. Yes, she was explaining that. She was also, for example, show us how to buy, right? There's several cards. You can buy by cash. You can buy a regular card. There are other types of cards. Unlimited rides, right? There are different types of cards that you can buy. How much does it cost? Do you remember? To ride what subway? $2.50. For example, I think the subway there in the United States is about the same in São Paulo. You pay a ride, you can go anywhere. Here in China, the subway in the city, as far as you can go, the more expensive it will be. So there, no, you pay a fixed amount and you can go anywhere. It doesn't matter how long or how short is the distance. So this is one difference. Okay, anything else? Huh? Yes? Huh? Pay. Okay, what can you tell me about pay? What did she explain about pay? You can pay in cash. You can pay it with a card, credit card, right? Debit card. Okay. Anything else? For example, every station has what? Has a map, right? So when she got out of the train station, she's showing us a map. She got out in the downtown Manhattan. Oh, there's a lot of attractions. The Statue of Liberty, right? So every station has a map. It's very useful for a person who is not familiar with the area. All right. Anything else? So this is it for this test number 2. So let's try now to do test number 3. We will be watching the video again as we will be completing the task number 3, okay? So let me find it here. For example, task number 2, here's from the book, right? The video is organized according to the normal sequence of riding the subway. So identifying the station, reading the signs, identifying subway lines, paying the fare, riding the subway, and arriving at the destination. This is the key points from task number 2. Okay, now let's go to task from the beginning, and we'll be stopping as we will be completing the details.
Hello there, my name is Jessica and welcome to New York City. Today we'll be showing you how to navigate and ride the subway. While it may seem a bit confusing at first, knowing a few simple things can help you navigate the subway like a pro. Every subway station can be identified by a green or red globe or an M outside the entrance of the station. Green globes are there to identify a 24-hour entrance, while red globes indicate part-time entrances or exits only. Directions to the 24-hour stations are posted outside every staircase with a red globe. Right behind me is the entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall station. The signs list which trains stop at the station. At this station, we have the 4 stops.
Okay, I let it go too far away. So, okay, did you get it? The green globe means what? Yes, this is the 24-hour entrance. So you can go there any time of the day or night, and you can get in the subway. This is the green globe, right? So here's the picture of the green globe.
Help you navigate the subway like a pro. Every subway station can be identified by a green or red globe or an M outside the entrance of the station.
So there's 3 ways that you can identify, right? Green globe, red globe, and the letter M, right? So green globe you can get in anytime, during the day or night, right? So here's a green globe.
Green globes are there.
So when you see green globe, you can get in anytime. The red globe, it means what? So this is number 2 there. Red globe, and then what's the missing word? Yes, part-time entrance. So maybe during the night you cannot get in, right? You only can get out in the red globe, right? You can get in downtown. There's green globes downtown. Maybe the main city, the main spots, you can get in, but out, you can get out in some of them, but not get in.
Identify 24-hour entrance, while red globes indicate part-time entrances or exits only. Directions to the 24-hour stations are posted outside every staircase with a red globe.
So she's explaining about the red globe, right? So we can get out only, or there's some time frames for those working, right? Okay, next one, reading the signs.
Right behind me is the entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall station. The signs list which trains stop at the station. At this station, we have the 4, 5, 6, J, and Z trains. This entrance does not indicate a direction, meaning that we can board the train heading both north and south. Some station entrances will say either uptown or downtown. Going north of Manhattan is what we call heading uptown, and going south of Manhattan is called heading downtown.
Okay, now we have enough to answer the next one. Which trains stop at the station? Direction. Uptown going north. Downtown going south. And C, both directions, right? Okay, north, so the missing words north and south. And there's one more, crossing into another
If a line crosses into another borough,
borough. If a line crosses into another borough.
the Bronx, Brooklyn, or Queens, they'll be noted on the sign. There are several different subway lines in New York City. They're identified by both letters and numbers.
Okay, identify lines by letters and numbers.
Some run express, which means that they skip stations, while others run local stop.
Okay, this is the next one, something lines. Huh?
They'll be noted on the sign. There are several different subway lines in New York City. They're identified by both letters and numbers. Some run express, which means that they skip stations, while others...
So, what's the next one? Express. Express lines. Skip station, stops marked by... Okay, by what?
They'll be noted on the sign. There are several different subway lines in New York City. They're identified by both letters and numbers. Some run express, which means that they skip stations, while others run local, stopping at every station along the line. You can identify which lines stop where by looking at the subway map. Express stops are white dots, and local stops are black dots.
Stops marked with white dots on the map. Yes, white dots. These are the express.
The lines that stop there on weekdays are printed next to the station. The lines may change during weekends and late nights, so be sure to read the signs on the platform and consult the subway map to avoid any confusion. Train lines with the same colors generally run in the same direction in Midtown and downtown Manhattan. They branch off as they head uptown and into the other boroughs. Alright, now we know a bit about the subway and how to find it, let's head down into the station.
Okay, we missed something. So what's the next one? There are express lines, the lower line there. So something lines. One is express lines, the other is what? Did you get it? So one is express lines and white dots, and the other one is, huh? So let's hear again. One is express lines marking with the white dots, and the other one is, huh? Yes, they're black dots, but what kind of lines are there? One is express lines, and this black dot is what kind of lines? Did you get it? Okay, let's listen again. We're trying to find the words, right? One is express, and the other one is what?
Black dots.
Yes, they're black dots. But how do they call it? The line.
The lines that stop there on weekdays are printed next to the station.
So it's right there in the screen. Here. Local, yes, local lines, okay? White lines, Express lines, white dots. Local lines, black dots. So local lines, okay? So lines may change during weekends and
The lines may change during weekends and late nights. So
late nights. They change on weekends or late nights.
be sure to read the signs on the platform and consult the subway map to avoid any confusion. Train lines with the same colors generally run in the same direction in Midtown and downtown Manhattan.
Okay, lines with the same colors run in the same directions in Midtown and downtown Manhattan. Okay.
They branch off as they head uptown and into the other boroughs. All right, now that we know a bit about the subway and how to find it, let's head down into the station. The method of fare payment in the subway is the MetroCard, like so. In order to access the subway system, you'll need to purchase a MetroCard. The price per trip is $2.50 plus $1 to buy a new card. To purchase a card, you can either go to the booth itself or use the machine right here.
To start your purchase, tap Start and then choose which language you would prefer. Here you can choose a fast $9 MetroCard, a regular MetroCard, or a single ride. We'll choose a regular MetroCard. You can refill your existing card, get info on a card, but we're going to get a new card. Here you'll have the option for unlimited ride or regular MetroCard. On this screen, you can select pre-selected prices or other amounts, which is what we'll choose. So 2 rides on the subway will cost $5 plus a $1 new card fee added on later. Here you can select your method of payment and we'll choose cash. When paying with cash, you can insert coins.
So we have the beginning right? MetroCard 2.5 per trip plus one for what? Huh? A new card. Yes, $1 for a new card. Okay, next one. Buying the MetroCard at a machine, tap Start, then choose what? Choose what?
Either go to the booth itself or use the machine right here.
To start your purchase, tap Start and then choose which one.
Choose what? Yes, in the screen, which language, right? Choose a language. And then choose the type of card, and then choose the
language you would prefer. Here you can choose a fast $9 MetroCard, a regular MetroCard, or a single.
So choose what? Choosing.
No ride. We'll choose a regular MetroCard. You can refill your existing card, get info on a card. Here you'll have the option for unlimited ride or regular MetroCard. On this screen, you can select pre-selected prices or other amounts, which is what we'll choose. So 2 rides on the subway.
So she's talking about choosing what? Amount. Yes, you can choose a prefixed card with unlimited rides, or maybe choosing the amount. Choosing the amount, and then choose the method of payment, insert cash, or
will cost $5 plus a $1 new card fee added on later. Here you can select your method of payment and we'll choose cash. When paying with cash, you can insert coins here and cash here. When paying with debit or credit, you can swipe your card here.
Okay, so this is the other method of payment, right? Insert cash or swipe a card. Yes, right? Swipe a card. Swipe card. And then receive the card and receipt. Notes. A regular MetroCard allows. Okay, let's see the next words.
Input your PIN right here. Your new MetroCard will come out right here, and your receipt down here.
When paying for a ride with the MetroCard, you'll be able to pass the card back to any family and friends.
Okay. Allows what? So the MetroCard allows.
Your receipt down here.
When paying for a ride with the MetroCard, you'll be able to pass the card back to any family and friends that want to use it. You can also buy an unlimited ride MetroCard for your.
Okay, these are the 2 words, the missing words. The Metro card allows passbacks. So what does it mean, passback? I can buy the card, I can give it to my family member, I can give it to you, I can give it to any other person. There are some cards in some, I don't know, some places, they have your name, you cannot transfer to another person. But in this one you can, right? Transfer to another person. So there are passbacks. And there is something Metro card does not. Yes, unlimited rides, Metro card does not.
Receipt down here. When paying per ride with the Metro card, you'll be able to pass the card back to any family and friends that want to use it. You can also buy an unlimited ride Metro card for either 7 or 30 days. However, this card does not allow cashback. On every platform, there are signs.
Okay, riding the subway. Okay, next one.
That indicate which trains use which tracks. Be sure to read the signs that
Okay, identify the right for the right train. So what's the word there?
indicate which trains use which tracks. Be sure to read the signs that you don't get on the wrong train. Once the train arrives, stand out of the way so people can get off. Then proceed into the car. Move inward so that people behind you can get on as well. In every subway car, there are maps of the system, as well as a digital or printed diagram indicating every stop along it. Indicate which trains use which tracks. A limited ride Metro card for either 7 or 30 days. However, this card does not allow cashback. On every platform, there are signs that indicate which trains use which tracks. Be sure to read the signs that you don't get on the wrong train. Once the train arrives, stand out of the way so people can get off. Then
Okay, for example, the second one is the end. We just stop it there, right? Wait for people to what?
Get off.
Get off. Okay, before that, identify the right track. Identify the right track for the right train. This is what I was talking about. For example, when I go to the subway station, I need to know which side should I go, right? Because if I go to one side, it goes south. If I go to the other side, it goes north. I need to identify which side, right, should I go. So this is what she's talking about here. Identify the right track for the right train. Otherwise, you're going to end up going to the wrong direction. And then wait for people to get off. Proceed into the car. Move what?
proceed into the car. Move inward so that people
Move what? Move.
indicate which trains use which tracks. Be sure to read the signs that you don't get on the wrong train. Once the train arrives, stand out of the way so people can get off. Then proceed into the car. Move inward so that people behind.
Move inwards. Read the system map in the car. Listen to.
And you can get on as well. In every subway car, there are maps of the system, as well as a digital or printed diagram indicating every stop along the line. Be sure to listen to announcements and don't hesitate.
Listen to. Listen to what?
The car. Move inward so that people behind you can get on as well. In every subway car, there are maps of the system, as well as a digital or printed diagram indicating every stop along the line. Be sure to listen to announcements and don't.
Listen to announcements. Yes, announcements. Listen to announcements. Ask questions. Find the conductor in the something car.
Don't hesitate to ask someone if you have any questions. We'd like to help tourists out. You can also ask the conductor, who will be in the middle car of every.
So the conductor will be in the middle car. Middle car, yes.
Train. When traveling late nights, this is the safest car to be in. Alright, we've arrived at our destination. This is the Bowling Green Station located in Lower Manhattan. Both the 4 and 5 trains stop here. Near the exit of every station is a local map of the area. On this map, we have some great attractions such as the Statue of Liberty and Staten Island Ferry, as well as Battery Park and the 9/11 Memorial. Nearby subway stations are also listed along the map, so be sure to check this out before you leave. Located in Lower Manhattan.
Okay, did you get some of the words? Read the local map at the exit for what? So what is in the local map on the exit? So read the local map at the exit for what?
The 4 and 5 trains stop here. Near the exit of every station is a local map of the area. On this map, we have some great attractions such as...
So what do they have in the local map? She's explaining. We have what?
In Lower Manhattan. So the 4 and 5 trains stop here. Near the exit of every station is a local map of the area. On this map, we have some great attractions.
Great attractions, right? So in the local map you can find attractions. So for example, you can put it there, local attractions or great attractions, whatever, right? She's talking about in the local map there's some attractions that you can go. For example, which ones is she's talking about here? What are the attractions? One of them, the Statue of Liberty. The other one's the memorial for the World Trade Center crash, right? Memorial for the World. So the World Trade Center was here, right? So this is the memorial for the World Trade Center. Then you can take a ferry to go to the visit to the Statue of Liberty, right? Okay, last one here. Check out nearby. Let's see this one.
The Statue of Liberty and Staten Island Ferry, as well as Battery Park and the 9/11 Memorial. Nearby subway stations are also listed along the map, so be sure to check this out before you leave.
So check out nearby subway stations. Yes, this is the end of this task, right? Task number 3. All right, so now we're going to do, this is kind of the easiest one, right? Just filling in the blanks. Okay, task number 4. Watch part of the video 30 seconds to 1. Okay, 30 seconds. So our class go until midday, right? So 30 seconds. Right behind. Okay.
Bridge, City Hall Station. The signs list which trains stop at the station. 5, 6, J, and Z trains. This entrance says globe or an M outside the entrance of the station. Green globes are there to identify a 24-hour entrance, while red globes indicate part-time entrances or exits only. Directions to the 24-hour stations are posted outside every staircase with a red globe. Right behind me is the entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall Station. The signs list which trains stop at the station.
Okay, the signs list which trains stop at the station. So the signs list which trains stop at the station. At this station we have...
At this station we have the 4, 5, 6, J, and Z trains.
4, 5, 6, J, and Z trains.
This entrance does not indicate a direction, meaning that we can board the train...
So this entrance does not indicate a direction. Meaning, yes, the word is meaning. The next word is meaning.
Heading both north and south. Some station entrances...
Okay, that's the next one. So meaning that we can board the train heading...
This entrance does not indicate a direction, meaning that we can board the train heading both north and south.
So you can go there and board north and south.
Station entrances will say either uptown or downtown. Going north in Manhattan is what we call heading uptown. And
Okay, going north in Manhattan is Going north of Manhattan is what is?
This entrance does not indicate a direction, meaning that we can board the train heading both north and south. Some station entrances will say either uptown or downtown.
Did you get it? Did you get it? So going north in Manhattan is what? Let's go over again.
This entrance does not indicate a direction, meaning that we can board the train heading both north and south. Some station entrances will say either uptown or downtown. Going north in Manhattan is what we call heading uptown.
Is what we call, yes, what we call heading uptown, or going south in Manhattan is
And going south in Manhattan is called heading down.
Is called heading down.
If a line crosses into another borough, such as the Bronx,
If a line crosses into another borough,
going north in Manhattan is what we call heading uptown, and going south in Manhattan is called heading downtown. If a line crosses into another borough, such as the Bronx,
such as the Bronx, okay. Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Hello there, my name is Jessica and welcome to New York City. Today we'll be showing you how to navigate and will be noted on the sign. Others run local to subway map to avoid it laptops. Others run will be noted on the sign. Going north in Manhattan is what we call heading uptown, and going south in Manhattan is called heading downtown. If the line crosses into another borough, such as the Bronx, Brooklyn, or Queens, it'll be noted on the sign.
I just need to find myself here again. I lost myself. Okay. Okay.
There are several different subway lines in New York City. They're identified by both letters and numbers. Some run express, which means that they skip.
Okay, some run express, which means that they skip station.
They'll be noted on the sign. There are several different subway lines in New York City. They're identified by both letters and numbers. Some run express, which means that they skip stations, while others run local, stopping at every station along the line.
While others runs local.
Others run local, stopping at every station along the line.
Stopping at every station along the line. Stopping at every station along the line. Yes.
Others run low line. You can identify which lines stop where by looking at the subway map. Express stops are white dots, and local.
Express dots are white dots, right? And local stops are black dots.
Others run local, stopping at every station along the line. You can identify which lines stop where by looking at the subway map. Express stops are white dots, and local stops are black dots. The lines that stop there on weekdays are printed next to the stations. The lines may change during weekends and late nights, so be sure to read the signs on the platform and consult the subway map to avoid any confusion. Train lines with the same color generally run in the same direction in Midtown and downtown Manhattan. They branch off as they head uptown and into the other boroughs.
Okay, I think we finished this one, right? Oh, okay. Okay, let's stop for a moment. Let's try to do number, what time is it now? Oh. We still have 10 minutes, right? So work in pairs. This is task number 5, okay? Work in pairs, take turns to give a talk on how to ride the subway in your city or in any other city with the subway system. Cover the key aspects of riding a subway as was covered in task 2 and 3. Whenever possible, explain unfamiliar ideas using the words and phrases treated in task 4. For example, let's say you have to give a talk, like she was giving a talk in this video, right? You have to give a talk to someone, maybe a new student who coming to the university, how to ride the subway system in this city, right? So write it down, what they're going to explain to the new student, right? Write it down, a few ideas. How would you explain how to ride the subway system in this city? Can you do that? So this will be the last task for today, okay? I'll give you, let's say we have 10 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes, and then I'll be listening to one of you, right? How do you explain to use the subway system in the city, okay? I'll give you 5 minutes, and then I will be listening to one or two of you before we finish the class. Is that okay? Okay, go ahead. You can talk to your partner. You can, okay? And then try to write it down, some things that you will explain to a new student about the subway system. You can talk about the key points that we'll be hearing she's explaining here, right? For example, you can say that the station here is closed by 9:30, right? That's my problem. When I got here, I didn't know it's closing by 9:30. So I have to come here by taxi when I arrive from Brazil. So you can say a few things. All right, I'm going to put here. So it's 11:50. So it's 11:55. I will stop, and I wanted to hear some of you. Okay, 11:55. Okay, give me some things that you would explain to a new student about the subway system. Did you wrote something there? Any of you here? Okay, who did it? Did you wrote something? What would you explain to a new student? This is an easy task, right? So you can explain about anything. For example, she gives a lot of ideas, right? You can explain about how much does it cost. You can explain about the time it closes or opens, right? So tell me something. What would you explain to a new student? Anyone did it here? No? Anyone here? Did you have used the subway system here? Yes or no? So what can you explain about the subway system in this city to a new student? Huh? For example, does the subway system have an app? I don't know this one. Does it have an app with a? So I didn't know this one. So maybe if you wanna start using the subway system, you better download the app. This is the app, right? Okay. What can you tell me about the price? So the price is fixed or it varies? Varies, right? Because if you go close, it's gonna be cheap. The farther, the longer you go, it's gonna be more expensive, right? This is not a fixed price. For example, in São Paulo, they have a subway system in Brazil, right? But you pay a fixed amount, and you can go anywhere. It's not, for example, here, no. Here you pay $1 to go to this point, and then if you want to go further, keep going, you're gonna be more expensive. So the prices varies, right? So the more you want to stay or the longer you want to go, the more expensive it will be. This is why you have the card. You put the card in the entrance and you also put the card in the exit, right? Because they want to know how long was your route. Okay, anything else? For example, what would you explain to the new student? You write it something? So you guys didn't do it, this one, right? All right, so we're gonna finish this class. So we're gonna wait for the bell to ring. And today, you notice that I'm not giving you a homework, right? So next week is a holiday, right? So I wish you have a break, relax. Are you going back home? Yes, right? So, okay, go back home. So I'm not giving you homework. Perhaps you didn't do the assignments yet. Maybe you want to work in the assignments, right? The book test and the review, right? So we're going to October. October is the last month. Don't leave this for the last moment, okay? Maybe just work in your assignments. No homeworks. So relax, right? All right. So I'll be staying here because I'm not going anywhere. So when you come back, we finish this topic here. But I cannot let you go earlier. So let's wait one more minute. 11:59, 12 o'clock. You can go. Let's wait one more minute. Okay, 12 o'clock, you can go. You're free to go. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you. Bye bye. Hello. Hello.